told you about rVue. I want you to go to it's rVue. Okay, rVue.
Look that up for me.
.com is the website. Their stock symbol, of course, rVue. And joining us now, Mark Pacchini. Mark Pacchini is the president and CEO of rVue. Again, the premier advertising technology platform for digital outdoor media, or as Rusty Nails call it, the video at the pump thing company. Mark,
there you go, Rusty. Thanks for that great introduction.
Well,
appreciate it.
He's just reduced your elevator pitch down to 5 words, Mark.
Hey, you got to make it simple. Rusty's done it for us.
He actually has. So before we get there's some fantastic news out of the company, and we started covering this company a couple of weeks ago. Actually, a couple of viewers called up or sent us an email about, hey, this is a cool company, you should look at them. And then Mark and I we had him on the air. Mark and I started talking. I want to kind of do the birth of a public company. The small caps are people too, kind of feel for these guys over the next year or so. And there's a fantastic press release out. That I want to talk about, but the other issue too, though, is you really did strike a nerve, Mark. Last time you were on the air, had so many emails coming about nobody really realizes this is a business. And it's sort of going to take over traditional advertising. Talk about it again, Mark. Let's re-educate some people about exactly what digital outdoor media is.
Well, as Rusty said, it's those video screens you see at the gas pump. You see them in elevators. You see them in doctors' offices. Even the digital billboards you see alongside the road. The big screens in stadiums. All of those things are kind of fall under the umbrella of digital place-based media. So it's a hot industry. It's the second fastest growing group next to mobile. And before I talk about rVue, let me just talk about the category. I think for some time now, there's been what I call the lemmings effect, and all the money, not all the money, but a good chunk of the TV dollars have been kind of flowing into online and mobile. And I think the online thing is starting to slow down a little bit. You're seeing a lot of information saying that, people don't pay attention to banner ads. There's no click-through. People aren't watching pre-rolls. So that all bodes well for the digital place-based media category.
Let's talk about that, because I think you just brought something up that I didn't think about before, but that's absolutely right. When you talk about the pre-roll, that means when you're going onto a website, like for example, if I go to
your radio station.
Well, yeah. If I go to my afternoon show, if you go, you see pre-roll advertising before anything happens. In other words, if I go to a website, let's say CNN Money, for example, and I want to look at I just want to look at the article about the market. All of a sudden, there's a pre-roll that has Lexus.
The new Lexus will come rolling to you. Yeah.
Well, what do I do immediately? I either skip it or mute it or whatever. Perfect. That's what you're talking, and that's the effect, Mark, that has, is that you guys have kind of replaced that. We're pinned to a corner. We're at the gas pump. We're driving down the road. That you guys sort of have a not even a small advantage. That's a huge advantage, is it not?
Yeah. I mean, people tell us all. Clients, agencies tell us the beauty of our industry is you can't skip over our ads. You're at the gas pump. Right. You're going to be sitting there on average of 4 to 5 minutes. You're going to watch the ads that are on there, and it's true if you're in the doctor's office. So there's no skipping over or clicking past. So
frankly, nobody wants to skip over your ads, though. I mean, when I'm at the pump,
the only other option is to watch 89, 90, 91, 92. Woo!
As you feel,
isn't that the case? But it's a little bit lower now.
Yeah, but still,
the price at the pump's a little bit lower. That helps.
Does that affect you in any way? Because people, if you got to fill up, you're still spending the same amount of time. You're just spending less money, and maybe you feel happy, and you go, I'm going to buy that product. I'm going to walk in and buy a Slim Jim or whatever you just saw the ad for.
We've done a number of tests on gas station and some other video screens where we're prompting people to go to a Target or go to the convenience store inside the gas station.
Right.
And the results have been, very good, very favorable versus the control. So clearly when you get people out on the go and they're close to the point of purchase or the decision-making process, most of the time we can push them over the edge and get them to purchase.
I have to tell you though. I mean, it's just like anything else. The effect is now, Mark. Everywhere I go, I look for your your type of digital place-based media. Of course, talking to Mark Pacchini, President and CEO of rVue. rVue is the stock symbol for rVue Holdings, and rVue.com is the website. Mark, so we haven't had you on for a couple of weeks since you've been busy, and I looked at a press release here after the last time you were on. Boy, what a fantastic press release about your highest. I'm just going to read this. Core revenue reaches highest level to date, fourth straight quarter. You're doing something right over there.
Yeah, we're starting to get some momentum. I mean, we've got an entirely new team here. The technology is really working well, and you're seeing it in our results. 4 quarters now of core revenue. You know, we break out core revenue just to make it very clear of what, where the revenue is coming from, and this is our 4th quarter. So, we feel good about it, but we have as they say, a lot of wood to chop. We have a lot of upside potential. But I think for the street and for the investors, they see that quarter after quarter, that we're showing growth, we're keeping costs down, and we're attracting new clients, which is the key.
There's some really cool stuff on the website to talk about the digital-based place media. So, and one, for example, you have to go see this website. If you go to rVue.com, you're going to see a video in a train station, and the woman on the digital billboard is advertising a hair product. Well, as the train comes in, the woman's hair starts blowing around as if if you were standing too close. Right, and then at the very end there, she laughs, and then all of a sudden the logo comes up for the hair product. But that gives you an example. This is where it's going.
Smart
Mark.
tubes.
I mean, I will tell you, this is where it's going. I mean, I believe that you guys are going to be the leader in advertising above everybody soon, because look, the amount of people sitting on their rear ends watching TV for 8 hours a day has gone down significantly, as you know.
Right. Yeah, that's gone.
So
those days are over.
I mean, traditional media, and I think you're the one who actually said this, and I think it's a quote that it continues to decline. Is that still an accurate statement?
It's declining, but I always want to be fair and say it's not going away. It's like there's now more options out there. Network TV, live sports, that kind of will always have a place in our world, and it's certainly CBS and those people are finding ways to stream their content to other locations, but certainly traditional TV has declined significantly in the last 6 months, but also in the last several years.
I'm going to steal you for another segment there, Mark, because I know that I'm going to start getting a ton of emails about it. I want to talk about where the company's going in the next 6 months, and then Rusty Nails actually has an intelligent question.
Yeah, some of these screens are interactive. My dad used to call the TV the idiot box.
Yeah, no longer is it the idiot box.
It's smarter than me.
It's what are you going to buy, you idiot box? Big Biz Show, bigbizshow.com. Mark Pacchini is with us. rVue Holdings, rVue is the stock symbol. rVue.com is the website. More from Mark Pacchini and rVue in a second. See, very excited about this rVue Holdings advertising technology company providing DPBM. Russ, what does that stand for?
I'm afraid to tell you, Bob.
Digital place-based media.
Okay.
How do you like that?
Good. Video at the pump is what I like to call it.
It's I hate to break it down to that, but bus stop video.
Not so much.
Train stop video.
No.
What about Mark Pacchini, the CEO and president of the company, is with us today. Mark, are we going to see this stuff, or are we already seeing this stuff in airports and such?
Everywhere. Yeah. I mean, we just had a conference, and the whole thing was video everywhere. When you take a look at what Europe, because they're a little bit ahead of the curve in digital place-based media, they actually have video screens in front of urinals now. Well,
I was going to say, talk about stuck.
That wave is coming to the States.
Well, do you remember, and Mark and I are about the same age, and Nails is much older than we are, Mark. Russ is staring down the barrel of 60.
Therefore, wiser. Thank you.
But hold on a minute, though.
What?
Do you guys remember this? And I know our audience remembers this. You're in a sports bar, walking into the men's room, and up on the wall is the sports page. Remember that?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
This is this, and you're stuck.
Unfolded, pinned up.
And then it went from the sports page, if you recall, to business card size advertising that was this space for rent.
Yeah.
So, and of course, again, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere.
That's why I would start at the far left and work my way down the urinals if the article was interesting enough.
Page 1, 2, 3, and 4, Rusty.
Oh, geez, I gotta finish.
So, but what's interesting, Mark, though, is you walk into, we emanate out of San Diego, California, but so let's say you're in New York and you walk into the airport or your LAX, and you're looking at the big arrival departure board. there's no reason that next to the board or underneath the board or even, every 5 minutes or so, a 10-second ad pops up, a la like they did in the shoe boxes, the Zappos ad when you went through security. Mark, the sky's the limit for you guys at this point.
I mean, I think everybody's looking for revenue, and whoever has a video screen up or has, places to put video screens up, they're going to think about it. I mean, the airport is a great place to talk about. You have the TV screens at the gate. You have the TV screens now on the planes. I don't know if you've seen it, if it's at John Wayne or whatever, or in San Diego Airport, but now they have large screens down by the baggage claim.
I have to tell you, because Mark, every time you're on the air, I get 40 emails from people, but I have to tell you, you have to see the video on rVue.com to where they're at a bus stop, and at the side of the bus stop, it has a big window pane video, and there's everything from flying saucers that look like they're flying over to a tiger coming at you to a big serpent that's coming up through the ground. It's very creative, and what happens is then people are staring at that, and what a great time to throw up a Pepsi ad, right? And what a great time to throw up an ad for whatever. Yeah. Mark, before I let you out of here, I did a little bit of research here. I want to make sure that I understand this. You guys connect to about 1 million digital screens across almost 200 networks, and you're delivering what, 250 million daily impressions? Is that about right?
Yeah, there was an interesting research study that if you bought some of the top networks, the digital place-based networks, you would actually reach more people than some of the primetime shows on TV. Yeah. So that gives you a little bit of a feel for the reach of these screens and the impact that they can have. And you guys have talked about creativity is starting to flow. Now that the creative people are thinking about these screens, and they're not an afterthought, you're going to see a lot more creativity on these screens. And that's going to be the turning point. Mark
Pacchini is the president and CEO of rVue Holdings, rVue, and then rVue.com is one of the most entertaining websites I think I've ever seen. And it's not an entertainment website. I mean, the best
all the products, all the placement, all the interactive
it is so cool. All right, now listen, I'm going to take off your president CEO hat of rVue for a minute, and I'm just going to brag on Mark a minute. I'm going to steal you for a few extra minutes, Mark, because Mark was the president of global accounts in several in the advertising business. Kraft, SC Johnson, Yum Brands, which of course owns Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and KFC. Mark is an ad man. He is a Madison Avenue type. He's the type of guy that knows everything there is about the show Mad Men. Whether what's true or false, but Mark, you're going to turn into our advertising specialist here on the Big Biz Show as a separate hat here. As long as we have you on, I want to start doing this. But speaking of TV commercials, all right, here, Super Bowl's coming up in January. The latest 30-second spots closing in on $2 million or something crazy like that.
No, even more than that.
What is it now?
$3 and $4.
$3 and $4 million for 30. So. Okay, Mark, and you can see what we can't see. I used to race sailboats, and Dennis Conner and I used to battle here in San Diego, and people used to say, "Well, he can see. He sees what nobody else can see."
Wow.
You're kind of that guy in the ad world. Tell me what makes a winning ad for our small business people that are spending their hard-earned top line money coming in on advertising? Are there some do's and don'ts there?
Well, yeah, a lot of people and a lot of clients get enamored with just entertaining, and I don't buy that. I mean, if you're not, to me, it's not creative unless it's selling the product.
Right.
You see a lot of what I call fluffy, soft ads that are entertaining but don't sell the product. That doesn't do a company any good at all. And unfortunately, there's a lot of those people in the ad industry. Mm-hmm. Your job in the advertising world is to drive traffic to a restaurant or get people to go to the grocery store and buy products. Yes, you have to entertain, but if you don't sell product, you're not accomplishing what you were set out to do.
Right. So at the end of the day, I mean, how many times have we all said, "Oh, did you see that commercial where the leopard swallowed the thing?"
And who was it for?
Yeah. And I have no idea what they were advertising.
I have no idea.
And that's the big issue. So basically, award winning is great, but if it doesn't generate sales, it doesn't mean jack, right?
Yeah, I think one of the first times I was on, we were talking about Taco Bell. and the little Chihuahua ads, which everybody remembers.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody remembers those. But we actually won the business at FootCone because of those advertising, those commercials that they developed didn't sell. And
Right.
so we pitched the business, and it's appetite appeal. If all people remember is a little Chihuahua, what
Does
good is
it?
that?
It does it. That's right.
Yeah,
Hey,
tacos and chihuahuas go together in a different way.
That's scary,
living-
especially living in San Diego. That's a little
Yes,
scary.
sí, bueno.
Hey, last of all, Mark, in 60 seconds or less, what's your favorite commercial billboard advertisement going on right now?
Oh, I think when you get down to the basics, I think some of the Discover ads, we treat you like you treat you, just
yeah.
the entire campaign
Sure.
on capturing what's unique about Discover card.
Yeah.
It used to be the cash back, and now what they're doing. And I think all the ads are well done,
Yeah.
and they're entertaining, but they certainly get the message across.
Yeah.
And it's not just their TV, but their whole program, their online program.
Right.
They've done an outstanding job with that brand over the last couple of years.
Exactly right. Mark Pacchini, thank you. Mark Pacchini, of course, the Big Biz Show ad man now.
And real quick, what's
for
your favorite money talk show?
Yeah, he knows what that
Top
is.
of
I'll
your
tell you.
head, just guessing there.
Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Of course, Mark Pacchini, President and CEO of rVue Holdings, rVue, rVue.com.
He's in a unique spot. He saw the old, and he's
Yes.
with the
well,
new.
and that's why this company's going to do well.